This is how I produced I Should Probably Go to Bed during quarantine. So I started on piano, but it's much easier to record it on a keyboard. So here we are in the makeshift studio. First thing I do with a clean slate session, set the tempo, 66 BPM. I enter the key. The key of the song is C sharp major. To keep us in time, I create a click track. Let's pull up the preset. Dan, shaker, click. Now that I have the click in place, let me pull up my piano. I feel like the piano is a little bit too boomy, so I pull up a 7-band EQ and roll off some of the low end. Now to give myself a little perspective, I'm gonna play it from the top. To give it a little bit more energy in the second chorus, I decided to change the piano part and make it an arpeggio to make it feel like it's faster. But I didn't want to lose the halftime feel, so I complemented this piano part with a halftime acoustic guitar. Let's add some strings. First, we record a contrabass, just like this. So now we record some higher strings. Here's a viola. And now, even higher strings, violin. So now that we have strings, acoustic, and piano, we add a bass to the second chorus. Basically, it's a bass. Pretty simple. Now we get a little bit quirky. We pull up Omnisphere, every producer's go-to. Whoa, we add the bell oscillations. Now with everything, to finish off the instrumental in this section, I add a little bit of a kick. So I roll off some of the transient on the front end of the kick, curve the fade, and it sounds like this. Up to this point in the song, the strings have been very lush, very wide, very reverb, like they're in a huge, huge orchestra chamber, just kind of like this. But in this section, it all dries up, and the strings sound a little something like this. Now we add a higher string to it. So now we get into the major drum section. There's a lot going on here. First, we import some kicks. Kick chill sounds like this. Combined with kick big, kick tight, and now kick crushed. This is where it really goes. Oh yeah. So now we add snares. So here we have snare big, snare Skrillex, shout out to Skrillex, one of my favorite snares of all time. Snare fat, snare thick, and all together. So our kicks and snares together sound like. So now that we have our kicks and snares, we gotta supplement the snares with some claps and snaps. That clap sounds like 50 cents in the club. Snap and clap together. Snap, clap, and snares. So now to really make this thing impact, we have to add cymbals. We have a long down lifter, which I sidechain with a 1-knob pumper. Also, there's a glass shatter in there, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. So right now, our drums sound like this. So now that we have everything in the big section, we gotta spice it up. When I recorded the song, I didn't have an electric guitar at the house, so I kind of try to create the next best thing with a synth. To bring it all home, I added one last synth, which I named Dirty. It is pretty dirty. So I started with Propeller Saw inside of Massive, which is one of my favorite virtual instruments in the entire world. It's used in a lot of EDM tracks, and it sounds like this. So now that we have all the instruments, we just add vocals.
To walk away if you're walking.
That's how I produced the I Should Probably Go to Bed track during quarantine. Thanks for watching.